Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Kamen Rider Zero One, you guys. I'm very excited. If you're joining me early today, you know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So we had a pretty crazy episode of Zero One last time. We got some info. We got some like, where is this going? So basically we had kind of a Horobi-centric episode. We saw Yuya teaming up with MetsubouJinrai, and which was teased the episode before, and she mentioned that like Naki might be able to help him put together like what really happened in his past. Now I think that was just a ploy. I don't know if that's true. Naki doesn't seem to care about anything except destroying humanity, so it's really unclear to me as to whether or not Yuya really intended to help Fuwa at all. I think it was mostly just a ploy, just to like capture him and get him separated from Naki. So now they have MetsubouJinrai back together because Jin, of all people, my baby boy Jin, comes swooping in and does what he does best, which is stealing that key for the astronaut HumaGear who was part of MetsubouJinrai. And what he doesn't know is that just moments before, Horobi had slaughtered a HumaGear in cold blood, just for no reason other than that she wanted to work with humans. So I have no idea, like, I just wish he knew, because he would never stand for it, ever, ever, ever. But Horobi's really, really latched onto the arc, which makes me think, like, what is going on with the arc? What is it really, like, saying or telling him, or what is behind it? You know, we know Guy kind of invented it, but, it was kind of, yeah, basically he invented it. I think it was, like, a joint effort, but he's the one who, like, programmed it with evil. But, like, how and why is it functioning independently and making, like, plans for people in HumaGears? Like, what is going on? It really begs the question. So we saw Zaya gets corrupted and all the Zaya specs go crazy, just like we saw with the HumaGears. And it's kind of funny that it would take that, not funny, but, ironic that after all Guy had done to mess with, I mean, even indirectly, like he messed with the arc, but everything he had done to try and frame the HumaGears and everything, and MetsubouJinrai, like, actually corrupting the HumaGears, like, that actually did happen, but it's kind of funny that it would all happen to his own stuff after that. It's a little bit sad and ironic. So now I don't know, is it going to be Guy and Aruto teaming up to take down MetsubouJinrai? I really can't see Guy doing that. I don't know. I just don't want to be on board with Guy. They would have to go really far to make me like Guy. I have to tell you. They would have to go really, really far. He is not likable, in my opinion. Midori. Poor Midori. She just wanted to make the vegetables smile. It wasn't fair. I hope Fu was okay. He was looking not well. All right, so this is where we're at. So MetsubouJinrai wants to eradicate humanity, and they're really in a position to do so now. What do you say we dive in, see what's going to happen next episode? Let's go. All right, you guys, let's talk, because a lot happened in that episode, and I'm still trying to get my head around, like, where's Horobi at? Did Aruto really reach him? Because it seemed like he did, and he's like, he's different. He might be the one to change HumaGears' futures. But then we're still kind of like, the arc. and they revived the last guy. So I'm like, do they still want to take out humanity? Or is it just now more about like helping HumaGears? So it's still kind of unclear. I'm really glad I was wrong about Yua just kind of using Fuwa. I mean, she did, but she did like legitimately think that Naki knew his past, which Naki did. And well, we didn't hear the whole thing. Apparently it was very boring and uneventful. And the most interesting trait is just that he has a very sensitive funny bone. So, which we knew. They didn't come out and say this, but I feel like before he was implanted with that memory, he was probably just like kind of a easygoing, happy-go-lucky guy. So I'm kind of hoping maybe he'll return to that a little bit. I mean, he'll still be the Fuwa we know because these experiences have changed him, obviously. But, you know, he already seemed like he was coming to peace with things a little bit more and maybe, like, not quite as angry and ragey. I just, like, for his sake, want him to find happiness and pursue his dream. And he got through to Naki, which was great. So Naki is still with MetsubouJinrai, and now there's all 4 of them back, and Horobi kind of gets the whole dad thing, and he kind of gets Aruto, and he's kind of okay with Aruto, but they're still together, so what's going on there? What is their plan? What are they after? I find it very hilariously ironic that Zaya ended up going through the whole big PR thing that he done did when he done had the trouble with the HumaGears and everything. So that was kind of ironic. So, I'm very curious to see where this is all going, because at first I thought maybe they were setting it up so that the 2 forces would have to join up to take out MetsubouJinrai. Now we're leaning more back towards Aruto and MetsubouJinrai teaming up against Zaya, but it's still like, I still feel like there's some room to explore here, you know? So it's cool the way they've got it set up, these 3 kind of like tribes set up. I really like Naki. Naki has a wonderful kind of like Mr. Data type quality from Star Trek, if you guys don't watch Star Trek. And that there is some level of like, kind of like Izu as well. Like there's an attempt in understanding like humor and different concepts like that, but all with this kind of like very direct, kind of straightforward kind of mentality. So I think I'm gonna like Naki a lot. I think Naki's been a great addition. I'm doing my best to remember the pronouns with Naki. I do apologize because I know a few times I have slipped up. Please excuse me. I do always mean to use they, and sometimes I slip and use she. Apologies. I don't know if they have addressed Naki, the character's gender, but I will continue to try and use they until it is clarified. But anywho, I'm just really kind of curious to see where it's all going. And Guy is, I mean, they definitely got Guy on the run now. Like, Guy is no longer, like, totally in control the way that he was. So the stage is set, and now it's going to happen. Really love Naki's arc, Fuwa's arc. Yua is still kind of, she has always kind of walked the line this whole series. Like, she's good, but she's gonna do some bad things. But oh no, had a chip, and now she doesn't, but she's kind of with MetsubouJinrai. But what are we gonna do with her? Where are we gonna go with her? So interesting stuff, guys. We got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to, I think. So this is a point where they had to go on hiatus. I know. I believe there are specials. There's a 35.5. I will be watching a few of the specials. I think Project Thouser, don't quote me on that, but I think I will be watching that, and 35.5. I think those are the 4 I'm watching. But don't quote me on any of it because I'll sort it all out in the order I'm watching it in, and it will all be on the schedule. So keep an eye out for that. I have to kind of like suss out, without getting too many spoilers, like try and look up like which ones to watch in which order. So I will get all that info to you. So, but I'm excited. So after that, I think a couple more episodes and I'll be caught up with where they are now. So I'm very excited for that. Then we can, guys, you can actually write about what happened this week in the comments. Won't that be nice? You won't have to worry about it. So great stuff, guys. Boy, this show just took a turn from good to great somewhere in the second arc, and I'm really loving it. All right. We have, I think, 10 episodes left now. I think I've heard it's going to be 45 episodes, which is a little short, I think, for Rider series. They're typically close to 50. But 10 eps left. You guys, what a journey it's been. I feel like it's flown by. All right, I hope you had as much fun with that as I did. I had a blast as always. This is always a fun one to watch. You guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.